What's going on, guys? In today's video we're going to be playing some ladder, some Path of Legends Ultimate Champion with the new Mega Draft ladder, which I hate, by the way. I think Supercell did a terrible job with the update, and yeah, it is what it is. I guess we have to live with it for this month, but thank goodness they're bringing regular ladder back next month. Regardless of that, we're top 5,700 right now. Going to jump into a couple of games and try to push up a little bit. I did want to say that I did a voiceover live with these games, but I was not recording my voice, so that was kind of unfortunate. So now I'm going back over and recording over it, recording over the gameplay. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that. So in this first game, I'll try to give you guys some tips and tricks along the way for how to draft. So there was poison as the best big spell, but there was also arrows. And I see cards like minions and bats and things like that. And I figured arrows would be a good first choice. And then I was also eyeing the baby dragon there. This was because there's no really good cards to kill it. The witch is okay, but it's not great. And the magic archer's also okay, but not great, and pretty easy to kill. And there's no tornado here, so even if he does get Marcher, then it's not going to be that big of a deal. Then we go for a Mighty Miner. He went for the monk. I wanted a champion of my own, and Skelly King isn't going to be good in this. I'm not going to take the Skarmy. I'm not trying to build a super baity deck, so I didn't want to go with the Skelly King. Also, I wanted to buy myself some time because I honestly had no idea where I wanted to go with this deck. But I end up going towards a drill sort of deck. So my next pick, I can't really remember. It's going to be Snowball, because at this point I knew I wanted to play drill, and Snowball pairs well with the drill because you can typically push troops off of your drill that they play on it. Also wanted to go for Skellies to get a quicker cycle. This guy has a weird deck already. It doesn't seem like he really has any direction yet with the monk, minions, and cannon. He does go for the magic archer, which is okay. Like I said, there's no tornado available, so it kind of makes the marcher a lot less scary for your opponent to have. There's no fireball, so it's not easily killable, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then he goes for a goblin cage, which is really weird because he already has the cannon. I don't know what he thought I was going to pick. I guess he just saw all of the building targeting win conditions and thought I was going to pick one of those. But we do end up going for the drill. I went ahead and picked it because he had Marcher, and he's also got a really weird deck. I didn't know if he wanted to go for it. And there's nothing really that good to counter the goblin drill out of all these cards. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure I secured my win condition. And then I went for a bandit just because it pairs well with the drill and also is pretty good at pressuring. So it gives me another pressure card. He goes for the Skelly Barrel as his win condition. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. A lot of the times it will reach the tower and get death damage, but your opponent is hardly ever going to allow it, the Skellies, to get damage on your tower. And then he goes for a bowler. So the bowler is going to be a pretty good counter against my drill, but not that great. He's got a horrible deck, to be honest with you. So I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. I thought he was going to go with the zap, but he didn't. So I went ahead and picked up the bats because he doesn't have a great way to kill those either. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident already. Feeling like I should win this game. I'm probably going to win this game. So yeah, he goes with minions at the bridge. We just kite them over with Skellies and player bandit in the back. And I did want to say, guys, I apologize for the little hiatus from YouTube. I think it's been like 3 months, 2-3 months maybe since I last posted. I've just kind of been burnt out, but also been super busy. So I just did not feel like posting anything. So when Mega Draft came out, although it's horrible, it's new. I'm going to try to push up farther than I have this season, than previous seasons. So just keep an eye out for videos to come. But back to the game. I'm very scared of him playing a magic archer at the bridge, so you'll see throughout the game that I keep blocking whenever I think he's going to play it at the bridge and try to snipe something. to hit my tower. I popped the ability there because I was hoping that the Magic Archer would walk up enough to where it would get hit by the bomb, get damaged a little bit, but it didn't. That's okay. I go ahead and play my Baby Dragon there on the Marcher and get a few belches on the tower, which is always nice. He's still up in damage. I think his first Skelly Barrel got a little bit of damage because I was a little late on the snowball, but that's whatever. And then my Bandit decides to go on the other side of the arena, even though the Bowler looked like it was closer. I guess not. Doesn't matter. That takes care of that Goblin Brawler, which is nice. So we just kind of reset here. We're low on elixir, and I want to go ahead and take out this Marcher, get it off the board, so I just play my Baby Dragon. And as you guys can see, the Baby Dragon gets so much value in this matchup. I think it really gets a lot of value in most of the drafts. Most of the time, there's not anything that good for air to kill air cards. Sometimes the Musketeer will be in there, in which case you might not want to pick the Baby Dragon or just wait till the end. But in the case of this draft, I saw that there really wasn't anything to counter it, so I think it was the second card I chose. But yeah, here we go. I was predicting a Marcher because I thought he was going to play it on the Bandit, but he actually played it right where I played my Baby Dragon. So we get a free 4 elixir there. We also pop the Mighty Miner ability there, and we play our Goblin Drill, and we get a little bit of damage here, I think, but we're also going to be up a ton of elixir. His Bowler is annoying because it just blocks up the lane. But he doesn't really have any good pressuring because he didn't pick a good win condition. So at this point, double elixirs hit, and I'm starting to get a lot of cards on the field. I can keep cycling Drill super quickly. It gives me some really good arrows value. I don't have to worry too much about the right side. Mighty Miner's on the tower, and it just melts it. And that's how we come away with the first W. Very easy. Came down to what I ended up drafting. That made it so easy. And I think at this point we are around 4,600 in the world. So we're pretty far back. I mean, I'm not claiming to be like some amazing player or anything. I just want to see if I can ever get a top 1K finish just to get the badge. I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe I'll do it this season. We'll see. If I do, I'll definitely post the video. But here we are in the second game. I get first pick again, which is sweet. I go ahead and go for the arrows again, just because there's a lot of bait cards in this one. Minions, Goblin Gang, Spear Goblins, Skelly Barrel. A lot of good arrows bait. So I went ahead and picked that. He goes for the Lightning. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking he's going to go with Royal Giant because that seems to be a pretty popular win condition, especially when your opponent picks Lightning. It's very difficult to stop, and a lot of the times I find whoever does end up picking the Royal Giant as their win condition and builds a somewhat decent deck around it, they usually win the game. And you'll see I actually do end up picking the RG here in this game, and it does pay off. But we go for an E-Wiz. Why did I go for an E-Wiz? Honestly, because I was going to pick the Mighty Miner, and the E-Wiz is a good reset to the Mighty Miner, and I thought he was going to go RG, so I wanted to make sure that I had the counter to my own counter to his win condition, if that makes any sense. But he doesn't end up picking it, so the E-Wiz is fine. It's not going to provide too much value in this matchup, but that's all right. We go and get the Bomb Tower because that is the best building, I would say, out of these. Tesla's okay, but I like Bomb Tower a lot. He goes for a Tombstone, which I would not recommend you guys pick really in any matchup. Maybe if you're picking a Skelly King and you're running a Graveyard deck or something like that, or a super bait heavy deck, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend picking up the Tombstone. But we go ahead and get the Valkyrie. I want another ground tank just to be able to kill the Executioner and also soak a hit from the Golden Knight. And then I was too busy talking when this game was actually going on, so I didn't pick in time. So I ended up getting handed the Goblin Gang, which isn't the worst thing. I wasn't too upset about it. I wanted to go for for the Ram Rider actually and the Earthquake, but he ended up taking the Ram Rider. So at this point, the only really good win condition left is the RG. So we have a really weird deck. I wouldn't say it's good, I wouldn't say it's bad, but his deck definitely isn't good. So again, it just comes down to drafting and kind of thinking a few steps ahead of your opponent. And that's what really helped us in this matchup. He's going to start things off with a Tombstone. So we just go Mighty Miner in the back. Activate the 3-card cycle, even though it's probably not going to matter at this point in the game. But also just to cycle, because we don't have the best cycle. I think we go Goblin Gang at the bridge here. Maybe I wait a second. No, I go Valk in the back. He goes with his Ram Rider. And we've got a lot of counters. I went ahead and went with the E-Wiz up high because I didn't want him to get a really good lightning on the Valk and the bomb tower in my tower. So I went with the E-Wiz high, kind of wasted it, but it took care of the Ram Rider. So I was pretty happy with that trade. He did pick the Xe, which is an annoying card, but I find that when I pick it, it usually has like no use. I don't know if you guys feel that same way. But yeah, here I try to pull both of the troops in, but unfortunately the Xe walks towards my tower rather than follow the Valk. So he does get 2 hits there on the tower. But I'm still feeling pretty confident, especially right here at this point. I'm kind of hoping he lightnings right now because he'll be down so much elixir, and I'll have a pretty healthy Mighty Miner, and his Ram Rider doesn't get a hit on my tower. So at this point, I'm going RG at the bridge. I know I'm way up on elixir, have a Mighty Miner tanking, got my arrows in cycle. So we take out the Tombstone. He still has no elixir. He's trying to get enough for a Golden Knight, and he plays it. And we take the majority of his tower here, and this is what won me the game, pretty much. But yeah, I'll continue to let this play out. But I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the update? I know for probably 95% of people, they hate it. I'm not a fan. I don't know why they would not give you the option to play regular ladder over Mega Draft. I know Mega Draft is fun, people like it, but to play it an entire season and in ladder, it's kind of brutal. Definitely takes a toll. It took me a little while to get up to Ultimate Champion, to be honest with you. I didn't have the best win rate just because, I don't know, it's just, games take so long because it takes like 4 minutes to pick, 3 to 4 minutes, and then you got to play an entire game. And most of the time they go the entire 5 minutes just because decks are built to counter each other. So yeah, not a fan of the update, not a fan of level 15. Really not a fan of much that Supercell is doing at this point, which seems to be a common theme here as of recently. It'd be nice if they listen to their community a little bit more. But regardless, I'm going to continue playing the game. I really do enjoy the game, pretty much no matter what, so I'm going to keep playing. But with all that being said, he only has 263 health left on his tower. We go with one last RG push here just to try to take him out for good. I don't think I'm going to get it here, but he tornadoes, but the Royal Giant ends up shooting, which was nice. Nice to go ahead and finish it off without another push. We get 31 medals there, and that puts us at top 3,700. So pretty happy about that push. Going to try to post a little more often now. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Clash Royale content. Peace.